Frozen Ever After has officially reopened in Epcot, and yes, there are brand new animatronics you're going to want to see for yourself. Over at the hotels, a fresh wave of new refillable mugs has arrived, and people are already hunting those down. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, Disneyland's once-a-year parade made its big return, and Disney just filed a wild new patent that could change theme park rides forever. All the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. If you want to stay ahead of the magic and the chaos, you are in the right place. Let's get into it. Disney has finally opened up the gates. Frozen Ever After and Epcot closed on January 26th to make way for some major updates to the popular ride, and they actually opened a day early than expected. The ride's audio animatronics have finally been updated after initially opening in 2016. At the time, these animatronics were some of the most impressive ones we had ever seen. They brought the characters of Frozen to life, including Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff, and they were the first animatronics to be entirely powered by electric motors and manufactured using 3D printing techniques. But the faces were projected using animation, which didn't age very well over time. The faces stood out compared to the bodies, and in all honesty, it kind of looked a little weird as they aged. In 2023, Disney introduced this attraction to Hong Kong Disneyland with new animatronics that went viral because of how lifelike they were. So, because of that, Disney decided to change the Epcot version of the ride with these new animatronics, and they look fantastic. The new Disney World refillable resort mugs have arrived. This was designed by artist Jared Maruyama and features all your favorite Pixar characters, and yes, it even matches the new refillable popcorn bucket popping up around the parks. These 16-ounce insulated mugs are sold at Disney Hotel quick service locations and get you unlimited refills of fountain drinks, coffee, and tea. They cost $22.99 and are valid for your entire resort stay up to 14 days, and you can use them at any Disney hotel. We spotted them at Old Key West and Saratoga Springs, so it's only a matter of time before they roll out to all the Disney World resorts. A rare parade has returned to Disneyland. Yep, Disneyland was super crowded earlier this week with football fans because the Seattle Seahawks beat the New England Patriots in the 2026 Super Bowl in San Francisco. Following the true Disney tradition, the "I'm going to Disneyland" commercial, the Super Bowl parade made its way down Main Street, USA. The annual Super Bowl parade happens in either Disney World or Disneyland every year, with a location kind of dependent on the host city. When the host city is San Francisco, it only made sense to have the parade celebration in Disneyland. This year, it featured MVP Kenneth Walker III and quarterback Sam Darnold. The tradition of Super Bowl champs saying they're going to Disney World or Disneyland dates back to 1987 with New York Giants quarterback Phil Simms. This year, they also streamed the parade live. ESPN broadcasted live from Main Street, USA, and it included First Take with Stephen Smith, editions of SportsCenter, NFL Live, and a live interview with Sam Darnold. We love getting to experience this fun and unique parade once a year in Disney World or Disneyland, and congrats to the Seahawks. But now it's time for an Uno reverse. Instead of the classic "I'm going to Disney" post-Super Bowl phrase, Disney's going to the Super Bowl. In 2027, ESPN is hosting Super Bowl 61, and they are wasting no time preparing. The day after the Seahawks beat the Patriots at Super Bowl 60, Disney and ESPN dropped their first campaign called "We're Going." The new ad, which debuted on Good Morning America, takes the classic "I'm going to Disney" campaign and turns it around. The commercial opens with that iconic first commercial starring Phil Simms in 1987 before switching to Woody and Buzz from Toy Story, saying they wish they could go to the Super Bowl. Buzz says maybe we can before chaos ensues. Buzz launches into the air before a ton of rapid-fire cameos kick off. Even Peyton and Eli Manning make an appearance, encouraging the boys to be on their best behavior. In the end, tons of characters race along Route 66 as Lightning McQueen says, "See you in 2027. Tinkerbell flies in to reveal the Super Bowl 61 logo. And yes, that means 2027 will be the first year that ESPN hosts the Super Bowl, so it's no surprise they're starting off a year in advance. We can expect to see Super Bowl-related moments across Disney parks, ABC, ESPN, and other Disney platforms over the next 12 months. Join our newsletter so you know when those are happening. We spotted something brand new in Epcot. Even though the Festival of the Arts is still in full swing through February 23rd, the first Flower and Garden Festival topiaries have officially arrived, and the festival doesn't even start until March 4th. The 2026 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival will run from March 4th to June 1st, and it'll bring gorgeous topiaries, entertainment like the Garden Rocks concert series, and of course, lots of food and drinks to the park. Disney's slowly but surely been releasing details for this event. Now we officially know which topiaries we can expect, including including new gardens too. We spotted the Bambi topiary, which includes Bambi, Flower, and Thumper, and a Phineas and Ferb topiary over in World Celebration. Goofy's also in the mix too. And this year, you'll see topiaries inspired by Toy Story, Mike and Sully, Figment, Encanto, The Lion King, Mickey and Friends, Lightning McQueen and Mater, Groot, and more. Beyond the topiaries, the gardens are coming back too, including 4 new ones: Pluto's Pet-Friendly Garden, Wildlife Crossing Garden, Trendy Tropicals Garden, and Rain or Shine Fruit Stand. We'll be on the lookout for more topiaries and can't wait for the first day of the festival. And also stay tuned, we're going to be getting menus soon. I can feel it in my bones. Disney is always thinking ahead, especially when it comes to new technology. New ideas come to Disney Imagineers all the time, which is why it's really interesting when the company files new patents for ride updates. And of course, when they do, we like to take a sneak peek and imagine what kinds of things we might see in the Disney parks in the future based on these patents. Recently, they filed a new patent that could seriously change some of these rides. The new patent is for a ride system that uses a ride that can move along a track, but is also attached to a movable arm. The arm could move the ride vehicle up, down, sideways, backwards, and more while still on the ride track. So a ride could potentially move around the track in a way we've never seen before. According to the patent, the ride system includes a ride vehicle that can move normally on a ride track, but an arm is attached to the ride vehicle that can articulate to adjust the position of the ride vehicle relative to that track. So then the ride vehicle is movable separately from the arm. Anyway, the arm is also extendable to move the ride vehicle towards and away from the track, as well as change the lateral position of that vehicle on the track. This ride system could provide a more immersive and unique guest experience, and the ride system examples show how it could even allow ride vehicles to span gaps in the show floor and even allow for a jumping type experience. Pretty much the possibilities are endless, and the patent mentions this ride system could also allow for guests to control ride vehicle movement, so kind of a choose-your-own-adventure. The patent shows multiple ways in which this ride system could be used, using ride vehicles shaped like boats and cars and flying vehicles and even motorcycles, so this doesn't seem to be something Disney's considering for just one kind of ride, but maybe multiple ones. Of course, patents that never get used get filed all the time, so there's no guarantee we'll see this on a future Disney attraction, but it just goes to show that Disney Imagineers are always thinking up new ways to make rides even more fun and immersive, and have ways of making that happen. Crossing my fingers that this one comes to life. Blizzard Beach is reopening this week, and Disney's water park season is officially back. Starting tomorrow, February 15th, Blizzard Beach will reopen with all the frosty fun, and if you're a Typhoon Lagoon fan, don't worry, beginning May 12th, both Disney water parks will be open at the same time. Even better, there's Disney Water Park Seasonal Pass that might be one of the best deals for water park fans. For $89 for adults and $83 for kids, you can visit Blizzard Beach again and again through May 9th, 2026. There are a few spring blockout dates at the end of March and start of April, but for most trips, this pass is a steal. Between thrill rides like Summit Plummet, kid-friendly fun at Tykes Peak with Olaf and the Stogies, and new food like Buffalo Ranch chicken strips at Lotta Wada Lodge, there's a lot waiting for when the gates reopen. If you're planning a spring or summer Disney trip, water park days are officially back on the table. Disneyland is celebrating its 70th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, Disney Imagineers brought a Walt Disney animatronic figure to life for the first time ever as part of the Walt Disney A Magical Life show at the Main Street Opera House. Disney made it clear that the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln show wasn't going away forever, and that the new show would eventually rotate with the old show, and that time is now. Walt Disney A Magical Life and Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln will start rotating shows throughout the day, so visitors have a chance to see both if they want to. According to the Disneyland calendar, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln will show from park opening until 1:30 p.m., and Walt Disney A Magical Life will be showing from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. That means that Disney will spend about 30 minutes switching out the shows every day, and honestly, that seems pretty fast. But the good news is that the classic Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln is back in the park. This version of the attraction originally debuted at the 1964 World's Fair and moved to Disneyland in 1965, so it's also part of Disney history. Highly recommend checking it out. The Walt Disney animatronic is also pretty cool to see, so if you can make time for both, maybe do that too. If you don't have a chance to see it in Disneyland, Disney has plans to bring the Walt animatronic to Disney World's Carousel of Progress soon. While 2027 might feel like it's a world away, the truth is that with how fast time moves, it'll be here before we know it. This is especially true if you're planning a vacation, because planning starts early, no matter where you're going. If you're planning a Disney Cruise Line vacation, you'll want to plan early so you get the best deals and know where you want to cruise. And Disney just released their 2027 itineraries, so get ready. Beginning in 2027, the Disney Wish will begin sailing to Europe on 3 to 10 night itineraries following a special repositioning cruise. You'll be able to sail to spots like Croatia, Italy, right near Venice, and Norway. And not one but two Disney Cruise Line ships will begin sailing to Alaska once again. The Magic and the Wonder will set sail from Vancouver on 7-night sailings, though the Disney Magic will also offer 6-night and 8-night cruises. If you don't feel like sailing for a long time, you'll want to hop on the Disney Dream, which will sail from Port Canaveral with 3- and 4-night itineraries to the Bahamas, including stops at Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Those are Disney's 2 private islands. Meanwhile, the Disney Fantasy will also sail from Port Canaveral for 4- and 5-night Bahamian and Caribbean cruises, as well as a 10-night Southern Caribbean itinerary for those who want plenty of time to experience the islands. The Disney Treasure will continue to sail from Port Canaveral as well, bringing guests unforgettable experiences aboard the 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries. One of Disney's newest ships, the Destiny, will continue to sail from Fort Lauderdale, offering 3-, 4-, and 5-night itineraries to the Bahamas and Caribbean. However, 4- and 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean sailings are also available on the Destiny, which is especially great if you want to experience both Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point and Castaway on the same cruise. Across the world, the Disney Adventure will offer 3- and 4-night all-at-sea itineraries from January through August in 2027. They'll all set sail from Singapore, and there's no need to be worried about activities because you'll have plenty to do on board. Both the Marvel Day at Sea and Pixar Day at Sea are returning to select sailings beginning in January 2027. So if you know you want to experience one of those, pay close attention when booking. Marvel Day at Sea will set sail from Galveston on the Disney Magic, but will also be featured on 2 7-night itineraries visiting the Bahamas. As for Pixar Day at Sea, it'll continue to be available on board the Disney Fantasy on select 5-night sailings from Port Canaveral. Booking for Castaway Cay members opens on Monday, February 16th for these sailings, while all other guests can begin booking on Monday, February 23rd. Now, if you're in Disney World at the moment, need an idea about where to spend your Valentine's Day, let me help you out. One of our favorite Disney Springs restaurants, Raglan Road, will have some Valentine's Day exclusive dishes. For drinks, you can get their Raglan Rose for $17. It's a Glendalough Rose Irish Gin with lemon, cranberry, and rose petal garnish. There's also the Blushing Bailey's Shake for $16. This is Bailey's Irish Cream, fresh strawberry puree, and vanilla ice cream. This Valentine's Day shake is a new twist on their classic Bailey's Shake. That's one of our favorites. For food, you can get one Ireland Dates America for $17. These are crispy mac and cheese bites with maple glazed Brunson bacon, carrot and cabbage slaw, and a pickled red cabbage puree. There's also Love at First Crunch for $13. This is a velvety, heart-shaped chocolate mousse with a layer of rich caramel and honeycomb crunch that's served on a chocolate biscuit base with raspberry puree. Also, exclusively today, Wine Bar George has Valentine's Day menu with some drool-worthy dishes. The appetizer choices are beef tartare or a crispy crab cake. For an entree, you can get a delicate branzino filet or a filet mignon topped with lump crab. And you can finish with a luscious chocolate almond tart. Treat your loved one or yourself to a nice dinner out. Enjoy! A new limited time treat dropped for Valentine's Day at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and it could be a sweet gift for your significant other. You can grab it at the Gasparilla Island Grill. This treat is called the Valentine's Day Brownie. You can get it for $6.79. It's a brownie with strawberry crunch topping, strawberry jam, strawberry cream cheese icing, and a little sweetheart. This treat is for lovers of dense, fudgy brownies. And again, they usually have some sort of seasonal brownie here, so even if you're not going at Valentine's Day, you'll probably see a brownie here, just with a different topping. Now, the strawberry cream cheese is light and fluffy and has a pleasant strawberry taste, which is elevated by the strawberry jam. Brownie's a little tough to cut. Again, it's very dense, but the texture is rich. The strawberry crunch topping is tart and adds a little bit more texture. This is a cute Valentine's Day treat, but it's probably not a must-try due to the density of the brownie. The other components were our favorite parts over the brownie itself. Well, we spotted a new cookie in Epcot, and let's just say our first impressions were totally based on how it looked. We decided to go ahead and get it anyway, and we'll just say if you love chocolate, we might have just found your new Disney World favorite. Over at Sunshine Seasons, you can find the new Gianduja chocolate cookie for $4.79. Gianduja is a blend of chocolate that's about 30% hazelnut paste, so it's basically like a Nutella cookie. However, this one looks kind of questionable. The frosting design on top was a choice, but who are we to judge? We still miss eating animal poop candy in Animal Kingdom. Now, the cookie itself is very dense, think crumble cookie-like, and although you think it would be really rich with the frosting, we were surprised that the frosting was light. The cookie's baked very well, so you got a little crunch around the edges while the rest is soft and chewy. Also, there are chunks of chocolate throughout with a chocolate hazelnut layer underneath the frosting. We couldn't taste much of the hazelnut flavor though, so we would have liked a little more of it. All of that to say, if you love chocolate, this is a cookie you would certainly appreciate, but make sure you like that hazelnut because if you don't, you will definitely taste it. The Cake Bake Shop Bakery has done it again. This time we're skipping past those glorious cake slices and headed straight to the cheesecake. First, we tried out the lemon curd cheesecake for $17. This is made with a lemon zest cheesecake, graham cracker crust, lemon curd, and freshly whipped cream. This slice felt like walking on a cloud. It was so fluffy. It had a slightly tart curd with the perfect amount of whipped topping and a graham cracker crust that holds it all together and adds that nice, almost sweet, salty base texture. It almost felt like eating whipped air, which we found to be pretty great. It sounds weird, but they just did a really good job with the texture here. It wasn't overly heavy, and it would satisfy anyone looking for a light, sweet treat. The lemon curd had a natural flavor that didn't come across as artificial, and the graham cracker crust got a bit lost flavor-wise, but that wasn't a big issue. Big hit for us. Next, we tried the Pink Princess for $8. This is a lemon lime soda and grenadine. Sound familiar? Yep, it's basically a handcrafted Shirley Temple, complete with glitter-dipped maraschino cherries on top. This was a quintessential Shirley Temple. It was delicious and exactly what you would hope for from this classic beverage. Sweet, bubbly, but it didn't have an overly heavy or artificial grenadine flavor. This can be a great option for anyone who's looking for a fun drink without alcohol, and of course, kids and adults will love it. But if $17 is too much for you to pay for a slice of cheesecake, how about $6? Saratoga Springs is over in the Disney Springs Resort area, and there are lots of restaurants to check out around this spot. But the quick service here is the Artist's Palette. During our stop this week, we tried out the new strawberry shortbread cheesecake for $6.29. This had a thick piece of cheesecake as the base with whipped cream, strawberries, strawberry sauce, and a Mickey shortbread cookie on top. It's a no-bake style cheesecake. It was filled with a strawberry sauce, and that together with the strawberries on top made this obviously pretty strawberry heavy. The cheesecake itself was soft but held its shape well, and the sauce inside helped to balance that sweetness because it was slightly bitter but not in an off-putting way, more tart I would say. We would have preferred a little texture on the bottom like a graham cracker crust, but still satisfies the sweet tooth. The portion size was decent for the price. I wouldn't say you have to go all the way to Saratoga for this one, but it's a good bite-sized snack on your pool day at the resort or something to satisfy a sweet tooth after a long day in Disney Springs. All right, y'all, schmoozies might have just dropped the best shake ever. The Cake Shake, which is $13.79 over at Disney California Adventure, is probably one of our favorite shakes from Schmoozies yet, and that's saying something because there's a lot of them. It's a smooth vanilla shake topped with a massive slice of vanilla cake, and those sprinkles give it funfetti vibes without making it overly sweet. What we love the most? It's simple and balanced and shareable. The cake turns this into a full-on dessert situation, not just a drink, and it's perfect if you want something indulgent without a pure sugar overload. But here's a pro tip. Eat the cake quickly because once it starts soaking, it'll get real soggy and slide right into the shake. Don't ask me how I know this. Still, delicious, just a little bit messier. New Starbucks drinks have dropped, and yes, we grabbed them on Main Street USA to try for ourselves. We picked up the iced double berry matcha for $6.75 and the iced banana bread matcha for $6.75 at Main Street Bakery, and these are definitely not your standard Starbucks drinks. The double berry matcha was the surprise hit. Even for someone who usually does not like matcha, this one totally worked. It's super refreshing, light, and creamy, great for a hot Disney day. The berry foam and berry flavors soften that grassy matcha taste without completely hiding it, so it still feels balanced. Mix it well and you get a drink that's easy to sip all day without feeling heavy. The banana bread matcha is unique. The thick banana foam on top is delicious. Think banana bread turned into a creamy smoothie-like topping, but the flavors are very separated. The top is all banana, the bottom is all matcha. You can stir it, but doing so takes away that thick foam texture, which is kind of the whole appeal. Matcha lovers will probably enjoy this one more since the matcha flavor is much more noticeable here. Bottom line, these are both acquired taste drinks. If you like branching out or you're a huge matcha fan, worth trying for sure. If you're picky, then the double berry is the safer bet. All right, if you're headed to Disney World this week, there are a few things you'll want to know about before you pack those mini ears and hop on the plane. A lot is changing in the parks right now, and some of it could seriously impact your plans, mainly Lightning Lane and holiday crowds. Disney's raised prices for all three Lightning Lane options, Multipass, Single Pass, and Premier Pass, due to the expected holiday crowds. Multipass prices now range from $22 to $42, depending on the park and date, and Magic Kingdom consistently is at the top end, of course. Single pass prices for the most popular rides like Tron and Cosmic Rewind, Rise of the Resistance, Flight of Passage also increased, with some attractions hitting $24 per person per ride through. These increases are typical for busy seasons like holiday weekend, spring break, and summer. Unfortunately, it's just the name of the game. So if you're visiting Disney World over President's Day weekend, expect to pay noticeably more to skip the lines and plan accordingly. Of course, you don't need to purchase Lightning Lanes for your trip, and we've got plenty of videos talking about ride strategy. So if you need a little refresher, go check those out. If you're packing for Disney World this week, think layers and light gear. Early weekend temps are still in the upper 70s with plenty of sun, so breathable outfits and comfy shoes are perfect. Saturday heats up into the low 80s, but with rain possible overnight, so you'll want a poncho or packable jacket in your park bag. Sunday cools into the low 70s, so toss in a light sweatshirt for mornings and fireworks. Once Monday hits, it's pure Florida magic. Sunny, mid to upper 70s, low humidity, believe it or not, so bring sunscreen, sunglasses, and your refillable water bottle. It's easy, comfortable park day weather all week long. Disney Princess fans, get ready to smell like royalty. Bath & Body Works just dropped a new Disney Princess collection, and here's the breakdown. Aurora is a blend of soft rose petals, warm sandalwood, and sparkling fairy dust, and inspired by her elegance and optimism. Mulan has a scent that captures Mulan's grace and fearlessness in a blend of magnolia blossom, radiant apricot, and fierce waters. Rapunzel is inspired by her adventurousness, and the scent blends sundrop flowers, rich nectar, and golden musk. Snow White is a blend of red apple, ripened fruits, and enchanted woods inspired by Snow White's whimsy and charm. Tiana is returning to the collection, and inspired by her drive to make dreams come true, this fragrance blends delicate water lily, gilded amber, and shimmering bayou woods. Belle is also returning to the collection, and it's a beautiful blend of rose petals, sparkling buttercup, and whipped vanilla. Finally, Life's a Fairy Tale. This is a brand new scent. This blends charming berries, whimsical florals, and kingdom woods to capture the magic, hope, and adventure inspired by all the Disney princesses. This collection has a ton of unique accessories like a music box, a backpack, candle holders, and more. The collection is now available. Have you ever been to the Walt Disney Presents Theater at Hollywood Studios? It's located on the turn towards Toy Story Land, and in there you're going to find tons of Disney history, a character meet and greet, and displays. All Percy Jackson fans should be headed there, as the theater is not only playing a sneak preview, although the season is available on Disney Plus now, but there are also free souvenirs available there. The free souvenir is a pin celebrating the end of Season 2 before the debut of Season 3 later this year. The pin features the show's logo as well as a giant tentacle wrapped around it. If you head inside Walt Disney Presents, you'll also find lots of decals on the walls featuring scenes from the show to add to the decor and a unique limited time photo opportunity. Considering how Disney pins can get pretty pricey, this is a pretty sweet free souvenir that not everybody's gonna have, and pretty soon it'll be very exclusive. Then again, what free souvenir from Disney isn't sweet? If you've ever wished you could take your Disney hotel room home with you and transform your own bedroom into a fabulous Disney stay, then you're not alone. While completely turning your room into a replica of a Disney hotel would take a bunch of time and money, you don't have to break the bank to bring home a Disney hotel essential that will make you feel like you're sleeping in a Disney resort hotel bed. A couple of weeks ago, we put the Sobel Westex Sobella pillows on our Instagram and completely sold them out from Amazon because they're the same pillows that Disney uses. This soft pillow is 100% cotton, machine washable, and lauded for its fantastic quality. It's available in standard, queen, and king sizes, so if you want to basically make your room into as much of a Disney hotel as you can, at least for, decent pricing, this is how you do it. If you want to stay ahead of every Disney World update, the surprise menu drops, the ride reopenings, the construction changes, the merch restocks, all of it, make sure you're signed up for our free DFB newsletter. We send the big stuff straight to your inbox so you never miss a thing. And if you've been waiting for those super popular Disney items to come back in stock, like those pillows, the newsletter is where I will let you know first. It's totally free, super helpful, and it keeps you in the loop so you can plan smarter and snag the good stuff before it disappears. The link to sign up is right down below in the description. So our Minnie ear collection is growing by the day. They make any outfit into a perfect one for Disney theme parks. And just recently, Loungefly dropped new Minnie ears that are sure to make you shine. These newest ears pay homage to another theme park souvenir that we love, balloons. These are new ears inspired by classic Disney balloons that you can find in the theme parks. The headband is metallic pink and made with simulated leather grain. Minnie Mouse is screen printed onto the front and back of these ears to add even more detail. In the center, you can also see a large pink polka dotted bow, just like Minnie wears. The ears are padded so they look like floating balloons. They have a non-slip velour underside, and they'll hold all day long. On the side, you can also find the Loungefly logo plate. The winter blues are finally starting to melt away and we are ready for spring. And Disney just dropped a whole lineup of princess-inspired baseball jerseys. We are officially obsessed. If you love the royal ladies, these tops are about to jump straight onto your wish list. First is the Princess Tiana jersey, a soft green beauty with Tiana and 09 on the back, a nod to the year the Princess and the Frog debuted. On the front, you'll spot Ray the Firefly floating above the park logo, which is a very sweet touch. Next is Rapunzel, featuring that perfect pink and purple color combo. Rapunzel and 10 are on the back, and the sleeves are decorated with the same flowers she wears in her hair. Pascal is perched above the logo on the front, and those iconic floating lanterns are worked into the number on the back. Then we've got the Belle jersey, a butter yellow top that's impossible to lose in a crowd. Belle and 91 are on the back, and the front features Mrs. Potts and Chip. And finally, the Jasmine jersey, bringing that gorgeous springtime blue we're craving. Raja sits proudly on the front and Jasmine stretches across the back. A clear reminder that you're not a prize to be won. All these jerseys have both a Disneyland and Disney World version, so you can take your pick. That's everything you need to know from around the parks right now, but you know Disney news never slows down. We're already tracking the next round of updates and construction changes and surprise menu drops and all the little things that can make or break your next trip. If you want to stay ahead of it all, make sure you're subscribed. It helps you catch every new video and it helps us keep bringing you the latest from Disney World and beyond. And don't forget to subscribe to that free newsletter as well. Again, link is down in the description. It's always packed with tips and reviews, strategies to help you eat and plan and navigate like a pro. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.